Welcome back to this course on WHMIS. This is Part 5, Worker Education. All work site personnel who work with or close to controlled products must be provided with WHMIS worker education. WHMIS requires controlled products to be labeled and safety data sheets to be available for more detailed information about those products. The third component of the system, worker education, helps workers understand WHMIS information so they can work safely with controlled products. This education explains the WHMIS system and gives workers specific training related to the controlled products they work with at their workplace and the controlled products they are involved in producing. WHMIS worker education includes generic and work site-specific programs. The generic component provides a general introduction to WHMIS, training in the required content of WHMIS labels and safety data sheets, and training in the purpose and significance of that information to workers' health and safety on the job. This online course is the generic component. Your supervisor must provide the worksite-specific WHMIS training component. The worksite-specific component includes training on hazard information and product identification used at the workplace. It will also include procedures for safe use, storage and handling of controlled products, as well as procedures for dealing with emissions and emergencies at the workplace. An important step is to assign responsibility for the program implementation and maintenance. This includes establishing an inventory, ensuring that WHMIS labeling is completed and safety data sheets are received, and ensuring that all of your staff receive both generic and site-specific WHMIS training. You should also complete a hazard assessment and review it with your staff. Ensure your staff can demonstrate that they can retrieve safety data sheet information and that they understand it. Contact safety services for assistance with hazard assessments and WHMIS. All hazardous wastes must be disposed of according to regulatory requirements. Follow the U of L hazardous waste disposal procedure and contact safety services for assistance and further information. All hazardous wastes must be placed into appropriate containers and labeled with a description of the contents and hazardous properties. All waste containers need to be labeled with appropriate waste cards. Chemmatics is the chemical inventory system used at the U of L and contains a waste management program for submitting waste for disposal. A local hazmat contractor visits the U of L campus every 4 to 6 weeks to collect hazardous chemical wastes for disposal. You must be able to answer the following questions. What are the hazards of the controlled product? How do I protect myself and those I work with from these hazards? What do I do in case of an emergency? Where do I get more information about this controlled product? You must know the hazards, the associated risks, and control measures in order to protect yourself and others around you. Contact safety services for assistance with hazard assessments. Ensure that you are using the proper controls to protect yourself, such as engineering controls, administrative controls, and PPE. Know what to do in an emergency. Know the location of the nearest spill kit and how to use it. Know the location of the nearest emergency shower, eye wash station, first aid kit and fire extinguisher. Know the evacuation route and assembly point for your work area. Campus Safety has a 24-hour emergency number at 403-329-2345. For medical emergencies, fire, and explosions, always call 911 first and then call Campus Safety. Report chemical spills to security. Chemical spills must be reported. Section 6 of Safety Services will give detailed information on specific hazardous products. If the spill is beyond what you have been trained to safely handle, call Security's 24-hour number. Immediately inform your supervisor if you are exposed to a hazardous substance. Seek first aid treatment or medical aid as required. Contact 911 for medical emergencies. Complete a campus accident incident report. Reporting incidents and near misses helps keep our campus safe. Reporting enables causation to be determined and allows preventative measures to be implemented to reduce the risk of reoccurrence. Understand what first aid treatment may be required before you start working with hazardous products. Certain chemicals, such as hydrofluoric acid, require special first aid treatment. Know where the nearest first aid kit, emergency eye wash, and shower station is located and how to properly use them.